Okay, this is a biorfid update for August, 2nd of August. This is the login screen where we can choose the role between operator and administrator. Operator still needs to be implemented. Administrator is what we're going to be taking a tour of. So let's go into administrator. Now in administrator we're split into two, settings and enrollment. In settings you can see here I can add the RFID readers where I'm going to be taking reads from. These are some samples of RFID reader IPs. Obviously I can add any that I feel like and so on. Every reader can have up to 4 locations, so here I can choose the IP address, I can put in the name like ward 123 and the antenna number which that location is assigned to. This will be a number between 1 and 4. And here you can see the other allocations and stuff that I have put in. More interesting is the sparse code dictionary. Essentially this is where we build the dictionary that will be used by the program to power its machine learning. Over here I have 2 different folders, training folder and testing folder. In the training folder we have samples of images from different subjects, S1, S2, S3, S4 and so on. They've been anonymized for data protection, and all these are different images of the different patients' wrist patterns that we are going to use to train our algorithm. So we'll go ahead and place this into our program. It will ask us to wait. In the background it's building, processing all the images. This is a one-time thing, and you obviously don't need to do this for every patient that's onboarded. In that case we have a manual enrollment, which I will show you a bit later. In order to test all this, I have a very simple GUI client over here where we can identify or enroll a patient. In this particular video I will manually upload test photos from the test folder over here, but in a later video I will show it to you actually working with the hardware itself. S1 is me, it is my my left hand wrist. Okay, so the sparse dictionary has been built. What I'm going to do now is go to my test client. This would be normally running on the Raspberry Pi or on the vein. So I'm going to ask it to identify a reader, patient. Let's go to the testing folder, pick up patient S2 for example, and hit open, and we get the patient best guessed back as S2. So I will proceed to show you this now on real hardware. Okay. Alright, in this section we're going to see the actual hardware. In the background you can see this screen which is connected to the Raspberry Pi. Obviously this is a test setup, so in reality we would have a smaller screen. That would be a future improvement. And this is the setup right here. The camera with the infrared is right down there, which I can switch on with this switch over here. And we have another switch here to actually take the photo. So over here we have 2 buttons, identify and enroll. The system has already been trained with my right wrist, not with my left, so we should get a correct response for my left wrist, an incorrect response with my right. So let's try this out. I'm just going to click on the identify button over here, and we'll get this is the feed from the camera, which is, so you see just my hand over there. first thing I'm going to do is put my hand in. So there you can see my wrist. I'm going to switch on the infrared, and here you can actually see a bit better my veins. And I'm going to take a picture with the camera switch, and that's it. Now, the image got uploaded to the server, and to get the response back, that's actually my picture there. So it's correctly identified me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my other hand, and it should not be able to identify me. Obviously, it will get me mistaken as unknown. So let's do that right now. Let's click on OK. Let's click on identify. This is a current issue with the hardware. As another future improvement, I'd like to use the Raspberry Pi 3 with the newer version of the camera. But anyway, let's click on identify again. Here's the screen. So I'm going to switch on the infrared, put in my left wrist, there are the veins, and take a photo. There we go. And in fact we got an unknown person over there. So that's it.